Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ife Artistry. If this is your first time seeing my video, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching my videos. You guys already know you are the reason why I'm here. Thank you so much. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, put on your post notification and share my videos. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed my gorgeous client. She came in for her birthday photo shoot and we decided to film the look. Okay guys, so first and first I'm going to start by cleaning her face with a micellar water and the wipes, facial wipes or anything. So I'm just going to clean the face thoroughly to remove any dirt from the skin before I actually start doing her makeup, because you wouldn't want to be working on a dirty skin. So after cleaning, I'm going to dry it up. Okay guys, moving on, I'm going to be using the Olay moisturizer. I'm going to be using that all over the face. The skin needs moisturizer, guys. You have to hydrate the skin before you start the makeup, because you have a lot of things to do on the face. It's the hydration you add to the face that is going to keep the face running throughout the whole day. Okay guys, so after doing the putting on that moisturizer, I go in with another moisturizer, the Zaron hydrating serum. I use that as a moisturizer too, and it's so hydrating, guys. I love this product as well because it's so hydrating. Okay guys, so putting that on again, I'm going to blend into the skin again, making sure that everything is well blended in. You can see I'm using my fan to make sure it sinks into the skin. I'm not going to leave the face until I'm sure that everything is well seated. And guys, please do remember that I have sanitized my hand before I go into this process. Okay guys, so after that, because my client came for her photo shoot, like she came for her makeup and she's going to go out with this makeup, I'm going to be using the Mehron Skin prep to prep her T-zones. And after that, I'm going to be using the Mehron anti-shine as well to protect oil from her skin, from her destroying her makeup. So her makeup is going to stay for a longer time throughout the day. So I'm equally using that Mehron Skin prep on her brows because I want to mattify the brows as well. Okay, after doing that, I'm going to be using the Kids Beauty setting spray to set the whole face, set everything I've actually done, and I'm going to use fan to dry it up. Okay guys, moving on, I'm going to be using the Nuella Cosmetics foundation. I'm using two of their shades, mix them together to get her exact skin shade, or her exact skin shade actually. Yeah, so after doing that, I place the foundation on her face and I'm blending with my beauty blender. I'm using a damn beauty blender, guys. Okay guys, so you have to blend and blend and blend. Blending is actually the key. You will hear people say this all the time. It's not actually a lie. Blending is the key to makeup. You have to blend and blend and blend and make sure there is no harsh lines. Make sure there is no any area that you've not blended. Make sure everything is seamless before you continue. Okay guys, moving on, I'm going in with the concealer. Now I'm going to be highlighting her face with the Zikel concealer. The first one I'm using is the Zikel concealer in shade neutral. So neutral is a very light shade, so I'm putting that in the inner corners of her face. And after that, I'm going in with the Nuban Beauty concealer in shade 043. Yeah, so I'm going in with the shade 043. So I'm going to be using that as well in the outer part because it's a bit closer to her foundation shade. So I'm just putting that there, and then I'm going to start blending again with my beauty blender with the same side of the beauty blender that I've worked with earlier. Okay guys, so I'm going to just gently press this product into her skin. I'm going to blend and blend and blend and make sure that everything is well blended and well seated into her skin. Okay guys, so while blending, I'm going to be leaving the inner corners of her eyes, like the places I placed the Zikel concealer in the under eyes. I won't be blending that immediately. I'm going to leave it for a while. I'll come back to that. So the reason why I'm going to be leaving it for a while is because I want you to give me coverage. Like I want to have some coverage when I'm back. More coverage actually. Okay guys, so I'm just going to blend. When I'm sure that at least everything is well blended, I'm going to go ahead and contour her face So I'm contouring her cheeks now. So I'm going to be using the foundation from Avon Cosmetics. I love to use Avon contour because it's very creamy as well. So I'm using the Avon Cosmetics foundation to make a contour on her face, around her face, her cheeks, like everywhere basically. You can just wash and see the places I'm placing the contour. And guys, when you are making a contour, do not really go in with a lot of products, guys. That's why I put this product at the back of my hands and then use my brush to place it, because I don't want to pack too many product on the face, guys. Like, using little or no products is actually the key. Don't put so many. Do not put so many. I put product, and I go ahead and make sure it gets to a lot of places. Like, it's better than just packing everything at the same place. Okay, guys. So moving on, I'm going to be contouring her nose bridge, starting from her brow line, from her brows line, from the upper part of the brows. Then I'll take it downwards, making a Y shape, taking it downwards. Okay, guys, so I'm going to just do that and blend and blend and blend. Guys, one of the secrets of blending again is using a very good beauty blender to blend. When you use a good beauty blender, you're going to see the effect. Okay, guys, so moving on, I'm going to be using a lip stain to I'm going to be using a lip stain to make her blush, as her blush rather. So I'm putting the red shade, is from Becharmageless Cosmetics, guys, a Nigerian brand. I'm putting a red shade and a pink shade together. You can actually use any lip stain that does not dry up so quickly, or you can actually use a lip palette to do this, or actually you go for a blush pad. There are some blush products out there. Okay, guys, so moving on, after doing that, I'm going to now go back and blend out the concealers I left in the under eyes, because I told you guys I left them there so that they give me more coverage. Now they have given me more coverage than I need. You can see how the under eyes is so beautiful and so nice. So I wouldn't want to go ahead and put extra product, probably because I've lost my highlights and all that. So at this point, I think everything is okay. Okay, guys, so after blending and I make sure there is no creasing lines, I go ahead and set the face with my setting powder, the Merak setting powder. You can use any setting powder that is a translucent setting powder. So if you don't have a translucent setting powder, I will advise you to go use your powder palette or use your compact powder to do this process. Guys, it's better you use a powder palette. Use any shade from your powders or your powder, compact powder, like the normal powder, to do this process, instead of going in with a shade, with any certain powder that is not translucent in nature. Is not going to be okay. Okay, guys, so moving on, I'm going to be setting every place that I highlighted with this powder from Merak. So I'm using the shade ginger actually. So after doing that, I'm using my powder palette, the Becharmageless Cosmetics powder palette, to continue setting the rest of the face. You can as well use your any powder palette that you have. You must not have the brand I use. Actually, especially if you're not in Nigeria, you would probably not get this brand. So this brand is actually in Nigeria. It's a Nigerian brand product. Okay, guys, so moving on, I'm going to just set the rest of the face, and I'm setting the contour as well. So I use the contour shade to set the places I contoured, and I use the like her normal powder shade to set the places, the under highlight or whatever they call it. Okay, guys, so after that, I'm going to be contouring her nose as well, the nose bridge. So guys, I always say this, I love to contour the nose firstly with a cream contour. It makes it more easier for me to continue with, like, when I'm now doing the powder contour, it will not be so difficult and so hard for me to do. I don't know if you understand. Okay, guys, so moving on, I'm going to be applying her blush. I'm using the Zulu palette, Juvias Place eyeshadow palette in Zulu. So I'm using the orange shade there as her blush shade. I love that eye palette a lot. Okay guys, so I was done with setting the whole face. Now I'm going to move over to the brows. So I'm going to be using a brow tamer to slick down the hairs of the brows, and after that I set. Then now moving over to brows, to drawing outlining my brows. So I'm using the gel liner from Haggai and Esther. You can use any gel liner that is okay, that is good. So guys, afterwards I'm going to give you guys some list of some products. If you are not in Nigeria, you can use any one of that. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm just going to outline and keep outlining my brows, and then I'm using the flat small angled brush, equally from Merak. I love their angled brush. I don't know if I've really seen another one that is like this, but their tiny angled brush is really good and very precise. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to equally do that to the other side of the brows. I'm just going to gently make the outline, guys. Why making outline? I don't force it. I don't go above her brows, like her normal brows line, because if I go above the brow line, I'm going to make the brows very bold, and I don't want for her to have a bolder brows, like more than the one she already have. Okay guys, so after that I'm using the Davis pencil in shade 03, and I'm filling out the brows. Okay guys, so I don't like, most of the times I don't like my brows very thick, and she already have a thick hair. So I'm just going to basically fill out the places I don't see hairs and call it a day. Honestly, I don't like thick brows. There are some people that do like it. If you request for it as a client, I'm going to give it to you, but if not, so I love it when the brows is actually looking very natural. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to now conceal the brows using my flat concealer brush from Merak, and equally my Zikel cosmetics concealers. I would always say this, I use Zikel concealer to conceal brows because they are very creamy, honestly, very very creamy, and they are easy for me to, they don't dry up so quickly, so they're always very easy for me to blend out while concealing. I don't know why, but these are actually my reasons. They actually have coverage and they are creamy. When you get something like that, I love it, because there are some concealers I'm going to use, except you are going to blend out immediately. If not so, you see I've not even blended them out, I'm still going to come back and blend it, and when I'm blending it, it's not going to be a lot of work for me. There's some concealers that if you once you conceal and you don't blend out immediately, coming back to blend it is going to be war. It will not be as if you're fighting with the concealer. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to now conceal the upper part of the brows gently, because the upper part is actually very neat actually. Okay guys, so after this I'm going to now blend out the concealer, guys. You can see, like I said, go out and come back and then blend, and everything is blending. So I'm just going to blend this part. I'm not cleaning out the brows. Some people used to clean out their brows at this after this point. I don't know why, but I don't clean out. I blend them together because I need those highlights there on the brow bone. When I start doing my eyeshadow, they are going to help my eyeshadow to transition. Okay guys, so after this I'm going to now bake. First of all, I'll make a reverse contour on the nose, and then extend the setting powder to the other part of the nose. I remember when we used to pack a lot of setting powders on the face at this point, but by the grace of God, we just use a little setting powder, and that goes a long way. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to now equally make a reverse contour on the cheeks. Just basically setting the rules or the boundaries of my contour, because that's what we are doing when we are making reverse contour. Anyway, so moving on, guys, I'm going to be priming the eyes with my primer, eyeshadow primer, the Benign Clone White. So I'm just priming the eyes, and after priming the eyes, so she has a very big eyes, so I primed and I have to buff it out so that I don't have harsh line from the beginning. Okay, guys, so I've actually worked on this my clients before, and when I did, I don't know if my Instagram people would remember when I did her makeup earlier, I think last year or last 2 years. So at that time, I actually did a smoky eyes on her, and honestly, even though people were telling me that blending is okay, I felt like I didn't like it. I felt like I didn't like the outcome because she had a very big eye. So I was at this point. I said, I've equally done a cut crease on her before, but I equally didn't like it. So I told myself that the nude eyeshadow is going to be a nude I'm going to do. So it's going to be nude. Let me see how nude will look on her. And after doing the nude, guys, I felt like when you have a bigger eyes, like somebody that have a big eyes, do not go in with so much colors on their eyes because somehow when they look up, I mean when they have a bigger eyeballs, when they now look up, the eyeballs is going to now carry the whole eyeshadow. The thing is going to look funny anyway. So guys, moving on, I did the transition using so many shades like the brown, the dark brown and orange and all that. And after doing that, so I'm using the eyeshadow palette. Sorry, not eyeshadow palette. I'm using my powder palette. Just a shade for you can look at it. It's just a powder palette. It's just a shade, powder shade. So I'm placing that in her on her eyelid actually, and I'm trying to make sure there is no everything is well set and there's no harsh line. Okay, guys. So and after that, I'm using the orange to just join them together with the dark brown that I have out there. Okay, guys. So after that, smudging out the I'm smudging out the under eyes, guys. And you can look at this eyeshadow, like I said, when somebody has a bigger eyes, you rather do a nude eyeshadow look on them. Honestly, when somebody have a very big eyeballs, please do a nude look. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know of any eyeshadow shade you've done on a bigger eyes before and it suits, probably tell me so that I'm gonna try it out, or maybe there is something that I need to do right. I don't know. Okay, guys. So after doing that, I'm going to now line her eyes using my gel liner from Zaron Cosmetics. And I'm going to just line the eyes. So while lining the eyes, because I said she has a bigger eyes, I'm extending the liner. I'm making it a bit bigger than it should be because like I just wanted to, the eyeshadow not to be very long because I felt like it's too long, like from the crease line downwards, like it's longer. So I was extending the lining so that it's not, I don't know if I'm making sense. So it's not going to be more longer or something. Okay, guys, so I'm going to just line and you know just filling out basically nothing much. So I'm using a precise angled brush. This angled brush is just a random angled brush. There is brandless actually. I don't think I know of it. I think it's from Naked brush, the olden days Naked brush, the first brush set that I got. Okay, guys. So after that, I'm going to equally line the under eyes actually, and after lining the under eyes, so because my client has a very stubborn hairs on her eyes, guys, her natural eyelid, oh sorry, I don't know, her lashes, her natural lashes is really stubborn, guys. So I had to use my mascara and buff it out first before I fixed the lashes. And after fixing the lashes, I still go ahead with my mascara and brush out the hairs. I had to fix this mascara all off camera, guys, because her eyes, her natural lashes is something else. Is war, is fight all the time. Okay, guys. So after doing that, I'm just going to blend out the certain powder, the remaining certain powders that is on her face, and I'm going to blend out the one I used for the reverse contour. Can you see what that powder did? The reverse contour, like I said, you are creating a demarcation or you are creating your boundaries, telling the contour this is where I want you to stop. And when you do that, the contour is actually going to obey you. So you can see that. But I'm going to actually buff it out because I don't want demarcations. I don't want demarcations actually. on the face, even though I'm making a reverse contour, still I don't want it to be a line. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to just go ahead and touch everything I've done on the face, the cheekbone, like everything, the contour and all that. And after that, I'm using the cheek glaze from TM Essentials, and I'm going to use that and just, so I love the glow from within. When you guys see the glow from within, this is one of the reasons why. And after that, I'm using my Morphe spray to, set and lock everything in. Guys, at this point, I was just in love with the look. I was in love with this Morphe spray. Is actually something else, guys. Like, this Morphe spray is really good. Like, it sets and sits everything down. Like, you can see all the powdery effect on this face has disappeared. Everything was looking amazing. I loved this look so much, and my clients equally does, honestly. So I was adding glow on the face. I'm going to just add glow on the face because I want her face to glow. And I added glow on her forehead, so I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's not too much. Make sure there is no much lines there, guys. Okay guys, so after that, I'm going to now go ahead and outline the lips. First of all, I'm using a dark, not dark brown. I think it's brown, but not dark actually. So I'm just using a brown shade to outline. I don't know why, but most of the times I love making my outlines with brown. It makes everything perfect, like it makes everything okay. Because for me, I do believe that most of the time, most of our lips, especially if I'm going for nude lips, most of our lips have this dark line around it. I don't know if everybody's own is like that, but so I'm just going to make outline with the brown. And after that, I'm going to blend and buff it out. Blend and buff it out, and when I'm sure that everything is well blended, there is no harsh line, because harsh line is one thing that is going to come back and bite you. Okay guys, so after that, I'm using a brown shade. I'm running a brown shade, not a brown, an orange shade through the dark brown. I'm running an orange shade through the dark brown just to make sure the dark brown is no longer very dark. I want it to be light. Okay guys, so after that, I'm adding a nude shade inside in the inner part of the lips. And the first nude shade I added was very thick, so I had to add something that's creamy. I added a Becharmageless inside it now. That one is more creamy. Okay, so and after that, I'm going to blend. And guys, one of the best ways to blend lips for me is to ask the client or the models to smack. When they smack their lips, the lips blend more. Honestly, for me, honestly, even if I use most of the time, use your brushes and blend as much as you can. But once your clients or your models begin to blend with their mouth, smacking their mouths together, like, the blending makes more sense, honestly. So I'm going to use my brushes and blend, and I'm equally going to ask her to smack because it's equally good. Okay guys, so after that, I'm going to add gloss to the lips. Gloss, guys. Like, at this point, I myself was equally feeling the look. Yeah. So I loved her skin because she has a very nice and beautiful skin. Guys, so when you work on somebody that have a beautiful skin, you're going to see your makeup, you're going to see your hard work, and when you see what you've done, you're going to be happy. Okay guys, so after that, I'm going to use this all-nighter setting spray, and I'll spray it all over the face. And guys, this is actually the end of the video. If you love this video, guys, I would want you to subscribe to my channel for more. Give this video a thumbs up, and post and repost my videos, and put on your post notification, everything. And I'm going to love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.